here. I hope 2026 is treating you well. This is my first video of the year and yeah, it's taken me a little while to actually get going. We've had a lot of things happening and I think this is the first post-Christmas video, let alone New Year video. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vicky, or Victoria. I am the Nerdy Crone, bumbling my way through life as best as I can. I am a part-time YouTuber, a full-time carer for my youngest son who is autistic. I still have my two boys at home, one of 17 and one of 8, and my daughter who's about to turn 20, she's at university. So I've got one flown the nest and one's about to fly the nest, and then I've got one that's going to be home for quite a while. I'm a full-time carer. My hubby is a cleaner in a frozen food factory. What's been going on between here and the last time I saw you? Well, I thought I would do this video in 3 sections, so almost a bit like doing a tarot reading really. So we have the past, the present and the future. I think that's the easiest way I could organise my brain. So since my last video, what's been happening? A lovely Christmas, took my little boy, I think I mentioned it before, to Strangers Hall, which was a really lovely experience for him. My daughter came home from university, she's gone back now, and she's been filling me in about different support levels that she has been getting sorted out. She's got her DSA and she's been in touch with the disability team. They're helping her get her stuff together, which is going to best support her while she's at university. But I think she's going to be getting some mentor hours as well, which will make a difference for her. So yeah, she's doing all right. My old son, he's had a lot of problems with an ingrowing toenail and it getting infected and getting a bit nasty. And he's had a few surgeries at the doctors and both of them failed. Went for a third and the local anaesthetic wouldn't work, so he then was on a waiting list. I'll say urgent, we've been waiting for about 6 months for him to go in and have a general anaesthetic. So that finally happened, and fingers crossed that hopefully she'll solve the problem, which is good because that's all been sorted out before his A-levels. Now he's just got to sort out his braces. He's having braces fitted. We're a little bit worried as to whether it will get all done in time before he turns 18, because once he turns 18 he's then got to start paying for orthodontic treatment, because he was on the waiting list for so long because of COVID and everything. You know, he didn't start having orthodontic treatment until he was sort of 16. It's been a bit of a nightmare really. My daughter, she's had all hers done, and my youngest, I honestly don't know what happened with him. We've only just got him to sit in the dentist chair, so he's worried about that and whether the anaesthetic will work because of what happened at the doctor's. So he's a bit up in the air, but he's got all his university offers that he's applied for, so now he's just got to pick one. I know the one he wants to pick, and just see how he goes with that really, and see where we end up, and then we've got accommodation to sort out. That'll be the next thing. Me, I'm okay. I've recently gone on to HRT and I must admit I am feeling a lot better. I'm feeling like I want to go out. That heavy weight of depression is slowly lifting. The only thing I'm still struggling with, because now that I'm on HRT I've started cycling again, and the only thing I find with that is when that happens I'm absolutely exhausted. I can't keep awake, I get moaned at because I constantly fall asleep, and it's a nightmare because it takes up so much of my time, and I've got things that I need to be getting on with, like looking after the house. So yeah, that is quite frustrating. But apart from that, I do think that the HRT is really helping. Back at choir, which is really enjoyable, and projects I'm working on. Actually got one just here, and this is an Andrew tunic from my reenactment days, and I am slowly converting it into ropes for my druid ceremonies. As I joined ABOD, I signed up for the Bardic course, I have joined a Grove, and that has been really nice to meet like-minded people, and everybody's just so calm, and there's no sort of airs and graces and all that kind of thing, which just isn't me. I want to make some brand new ones, but I felt for the time being that perhaps if I recycled some of my reenactment kit. So I tried this on. Now this I used to use for breastfeeding, because my 17-year-old did his first reenactment when he was eight days old. But yeah, I used this for breastfeeding and stuff like that. It's inside out at the moment. That's what I had on the outside, because I was playing a high status person. I want to cover it in green, because if I'm working on bardic robes, then green is the bardic colour. I found that the sleeves were too tight. Once I've sorted that out, put that in, then you get a bit more bat wing, and the other robe, it's tight on the body. So I'm hopefully going to put some more of this fabric, although it's a lighter fabric than the other one, and put some gauzes in, and then I can use that one as well. Where's the side I was working on? Because we're going to lose things, because that's got the needle in it. Here we are, this is the side I'm working on. Once it's done, I'm going to trim it and then go over it in like a blanket stitch. Give the seams a little bit more stability, and I'm really worried now because I can't find the thread I've just been sewing. Oh, what's that? Aha! I think it is. Oh, don't tell me I've lost. This is typical me. Oh no, I found it. I was going to say I've lost my favourite needle. No, I found it. Right, okay. So yeah, this is my present little project. I have piles of other repair jobs and projects to do. One of my aims this year is to get cracking on more sewing. I do have a machine, but my first love is hand sewing. I find it incredibly relaxing. And I know it takes longer. It's probably why I like embroidery as well. In my embroidery though, I tend to need magnifying glasses and more light these days than I ever used to. But there we go. I shall show you what it looks like when it's finished. Hopefully it will fit comfortably, and then I can start working on the other one, and then I can start working on the embroidery, which is the fun part, which is the part I enjoy. If you're making magical robes, any kind of magical sewing, doing it by hand, you can really put spells, intentions, that kind of thing into your sewing work, and it really makes a difference. I would encourage anybody, if you are a magical practitioner and you want to wear robes, have a go at doing it yourself, because at the end of the day, a robe is a magical tool and you will get so much more from it if you make your own magical tools. I've got choir started up again. We did a lovely couple of gigs in some old people's homes, and it was really lovely to see the joy on their faces. Plans for this channel, or plans of what I'd like to do for the year, because what I seem to do is I make plans for the year and then something goes wrong. So what I've decided to do this year is to have a go with the flow year, where I'm not having high expectations and then it all comes crashing down, and just go with the flow. If I can't post a video for a couple of weeks, I just do it when I can. Okay, the algorithm's gonna hate that, but unfortunately the algorithm doesn't understand my life and responsibilities. And I used to do the card a days when I was doing a lot more tarot, but they completely burnt me out, and so I don't really want to be doing card a days because they're just too exhausting. I want to get out and about more. I want to get back to my daily walks. I am going to do a review of last year and see what I achieved and what I didn't achieve and why, and just do a reflection. I think it will be useful. And also I promised to make a video or another video of my experiences leaving the Jehovah's Witness cult. I have got videos up, the panda ones, which I did a few years back about me leaving the cult, but I want to do it in a different way this time. Grab yourself a cup of tea. Basically, the thing that broke me out of the witnesses was going on the doors. That's what witnesses do. They go on the doors and preach the good news. And meeting a couple of pagans. And I want to tell you that story. I can't remember whether I think I certainly touched on it in the original Panda Stories. I think there's like 4 videos where I'm droning on about being a witness and everything. But I wanted to tell that story of meeting the pagans and how it changed my outlook. And I truly believe that was the catalyst for breaking me out of the witnesses. And it's a fun story. The Rings of Power videos. I need to do the last 2 episodes, finishing that little series before I move on to something else. And there are things that are planned in the summer. Last year we went to Wild Duck and we had a lovely caravan break there. We do caravan breaks every year, but I save up for the nicest caravan I can afford because it's just nice to have a little bit of luxury once a year. This year we're going to Hopton. Even though it's down the road from us, it's literally 15 minutes away. The reason we're going to Hopton is because my older kids have got some fun memories there, and the little one hasn't really. I think if he has been there, it was either when I was pregnant or when he was a little baby. And I think from next year, I think we're only going to be taking the little one on holiday. I would like to have a proper weekend away with my husband. Sometimes we barely see each other. One of the places I really would like to go back to is York. We'll see what happens. Every time I make plans, something goes wrong. So if I don't make too many plans, then nothing should go wrong, theoretically. I've only got, I think, 93 subscribers, which is lovely because last year I think I was at 30. As I say, I can't meet a lot of demands because I have a lot of commitments. I've still got that video to do on the park, but I might do it differently because I've got all the notes. So I think I'm going to go back to the drawing board for that video. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of a chinwag. I thought I'd better fill you in on what's going on. Also, if you wouldn't mind dropping a little like, possibly subscribing, tell your friends. So this is a dotty old English lady embracing her crondom. There might be the odd witchy thing on here at some point. I don't feel the need for labels, to be quite honest. I'm just a witch. Nothing more, nothing less. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. Hi guys, I'm just doing this from my back room. I have finished the little project of putting those little squares underneath, so I've got a little bit more room and make it a bit more comfy. It seems to have worked all right, actually. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it now. I've just got to do the other one so that that will fit around the belly a bit. Excuse the hair, I've not long washed it, but yeah, so without further ado, take care, look after yourselves, mind how you go. Bye.